Hello, I'm Doran the Videographer, and we're going to continue our feedback video series for beginner videographers. We're going to continue giving constructive criticism to the freelance videographer community. And let's see what the next video is. The next one is from Mike Stretch Skinner, and this is first showreel. All right, exciting. Let's full screen it and let's see it. Okay. Very epic music. Drone shots. Was that playing golf and chopping wood at the same time? Okay, now I'm hungry. That was a good flame transition to match. Okay, do a bit of music. That was a cool flowing transition.
And we worked together, and it was really efficient, really effective, and I genuinely can't rate him highly enough.
Alright. Showing diversity. She's covering that text for a bit too long.
There's something thinking about. I'll give him a call.
Oh, they're actually recommending you. I just clued into that. Okay, so a couple of these shots are a bit contrasty and dark in some areas. Like that one, the bridge one. Very movie trailer like. So let's go back and break that down. So I think this is a subjective opinion, obviously, but I think you could have used a different song, or you could have matched the edit to this music, but I don't know if you had the footage for it. So very epic, very dramatic music, and some shots are not that dramatic. Some are very casual and relaxed. So music plays a huge part in your storytelling, and I feel like here's the main problem. If you're trying to impress a client or an employer, and the music is more epic than your footage or your visual storytelling, you're not convincing them of your videography skills. You're just convincing them that, yeah, this music's really epic, and by contrast, the video doesn't have the same energy. I'm not saying the video is bad. I'm just saying you set a very high standard with that music, and you had to match it or, exceed it. And I don't feel like the video achieved that. The video did achieve showing off the diverse clients and industries you've been involved in. So if a client wouldn't pick up on that audio mismatch or music mismatch, and they'd be interested in just your video work, they could still be informed on what you do. You offer drone services, you do a wedding, you do music, you do corporate, all that kind of stuff. All right, so let's get a bit more nitpicky. If you're still watching this, so let's go shot by shot here. So, what is the purpose of that shot? What are you telling with that drone shot? The problem I have is it's rotating and going up, and you have a bunch of text that's zooming in. It's a bit too distracting. There's too much going on. You have your logo and your company name, but you also have your motto, and both of those are really long. So I feel like you could ditch the motto at the beginning and put it in at the end. You don't need the motto right at the beginning, or your slogan. Also, the drone shot is rotating. This is the center right here. It's empty. There's nothing there. You're not centered on this vehicle or on a house or something. You're actually centered on nothing, and I don't see one, like, epic music, confusing shot, if you know what I mean. So, like, use your best drone shot at the beginning with this type of music, because you need to land that client and impress them in the first 3 seconds. Rock climbing, nice. I felt like that other drone shot was a bit too short, so you're panning up and you're about to reveal more of the city. I wanted to see more of that city or town, and you don't show that. Obviously, you're doing quick cutting and you want to make it choppy, but I feel like that was an interesting enough shot that it should have continued. See, like, you're revealing more and more, and I don't get to see, like, the sky or the depth of the city. I wish I would have seen that. This shot makes me very curious what kind of project this was, because someone's playing golf and someone's chopping up a tree. So I don't understand how these two people are so close to each other. Obviously, he's not sawing down a big tree that's going to fall on the other person's, but at the same time, wood chips might be flying, right? And there's a huge noise, like this guy has earmuffs, but this person here is not bothered by them. I want to know what project this was. This scene has me intrigued. Okay. Unless this is a composite, but I highly doubt that. I like the transition there, barbecue, and it kind of like, melted off there. Very cool. So the purpose of this drone shot, I'm assuming, is part of your storytelling. So this drone shot is showing that building, and this is the inside of the building, your Airbnb business, or your whatever, cabin in the woods business. Now we're switching to music video. I love the transition and the motion there, and I love the text.
And we worked together, and
Here, so you use 2 client referrals in your demo reel. How do I feel about that? I've never seen this. This is thinking outside of the box. The problem is you're doing 2 things that might be kind of distracting one from another. So you're showing off your work, and your work is supposed to speak for itself. Your demo reel is supposed to impress the client. You shouldn't need to put a client saying, "Oh yeah, it was good. Just trust me." If what you've seen isn't enough, trust me, because I'm a client and he's done work for me and I can vouch for him. I'm exaggerating, but this is what could be understood. So I feel like the testimonials could be their own video, like client feedback, or they could just be separate pieces on your website. I wouldn't include them in the demo reel. If it works and you get positive feedback because of it, then it works and you don't need to listen to me. But I would have hesitated to do this because of what I just said. Like, my work needs to stand out by itself and I don't need anyone else vouching for it. My work is convincing enough, right?
really efficient, really effective.
But at the same time, you showed there that you can do an interview, setup. So there's that too. Now we're mountain biking, ballet. Here, she's covering a bit too much of the word, so I would have, I don't know, had the word move out or something to make it a bit easier to read.
I'm really pleased with the result.
That's a cool shot.
It's something thinking about. I'll give him a call.
So this shot, if weddings are not your main thing and you don't have a lot of footage, I understand why you use this shot. But in general, if you had other clips where you can see their faces a bit better, that might have worked out a little bit better, because a wedding is supposed to be the most brightest, eventful day of the couple's lives, and subliminally you don't want to show them in a really dark clip like that. Again, contact us today. It's not the end of the video. We're 2/3 of the way in and you're already calling for action. So it seems like you're trying too hard to sell yourself. You need to be more confident in your footage and just trust on what you have to offer, that's going to land a client. There's a place and a time for call to action, And I don't think it's 2/3 of the way into your video or 1/3 of the way into your video to put a testimonial. That's just my personal preference. Like I said, if it's worked for you, then great. You're a trendsetter. I'm not saying this isn't going to work. It's just not the default go-to. And you have to think, not how you interpret it, but how are your clients that are seeing this going to interpret it. So let's say if I was interested in hiring you as a videographer, like a second camera operator, and I would be watching this, these are the things that would have kind of, you're trying too hard to sell yourself, and this gives me the impression a little bit that you're not confident enough in your work. And judging by the footage that I'm seeing, it does look like you don't have the top end cinematic camera. Like I'm not seeing much depth of field or slow motion. I am seeing drone stuff though, so it does seem like you're a camcorder or an old camera type of person, which is totally fine. Because at the end of the day, that's another topic. But at the end of the day, can you sell a product? Can you sell a story? Can you capture a moment? Can you be creative? And your skill is more important than your tools. That doesn't mean your tools are completely useless. So definitely be more confident. I think it might be time to invest in, next level of camera. I don't know what you currently have, but you can step up to the next level. Tweak a couple of those drone shots, right? It was this video, right? Yeah. Okay, I'm reviewing all of them at once, so I can't remember. And yeah, because I feel like you've definitely been out there and you know how to deal with people and you get the job done because you've had so many clients. Now you just need to take your business to the next level. So yeah, and also address the music. Either get the footage and the pacing of the video to match the epic intensity, or tone it down a little bit with the music to match the footage that you do have. Yeah, so overall, I see potential here, and I see history of your work, and that's good. And I just want to see you be more confident and investing more in your business. So that's where I'm going to leave that one. Thank you for listening.